This podcast is published by the educational team of the USS SLATER, DE 766. This is a quick overview of an area that's normally off-limit to general tours, the Flying Bridge. On the USS SLATER website, ussslater.org, you can take a virtual tour of the Flying Bridge. We'll provide a link in the description of this video. At sea, this area is the ship's command center. Sometimes it's referred to as the captain's bridge. He spends a lot of time up there. When he first appears here, the boatswain of the watch will announce, quote, "Captain on deck," quote. At sea, the flying bridge is usually occupied 24/7 by the officer of the deck, the OOD. He's the captain's chosen representative to command the ship. These duties are usually rotated by watch sections. Other bridge watch standards may include the junior OOD, the boatswain of the watch, sound talkers, lookouts, signalmen, and the quartermaster. Sometimes they're on the flying bridge, sometimes they're nearby. The helmsman and the lee helmsman are one deck below in the pilot house. The flying bridge is the O3 level. Foremost, there's the sound hut, which is the main watch section for sonarmen. Outside and aft of the sound hut is a raised wood deck flanked by two observation posts with seats and footrests. These are called the captain's pulpits. The front bulkhead, the wall, above the sound deck has quite a few instruments and communication equipment. There's a raised glass windshield to provide some protection from heavy weather. In the center is a device called a Polaris. Adjacent is a voice tube to the helmsman. There is also a voice tube to CIC. The Polaris includes a sight and a compass, and it's used for determining a bearing. It's very useful for giving course adjustments to the helmsman. It's used a lot by the watch officer who is conning the ship. Conning is a naval term for having control of steering and speed. Quote, "I have the con" is a command for the helmsman and the lee helmsman that indicates who is giving orders to control the ship. The captain normally delegates this function to another watch officer, but he can take the con anytime he wants. Immediately aft at the Polaris, on the center line, is the 2.5-meter optical rangefinder, followed by the Mark 52 gun director. These are used to aim the ship's main armament, three 3-inch 50 caliber guns. On the port side of the Polaris, there was a hooded table and a radar repeater. The steep accessway to the flying bridge is located on the starboard side of the Polaris. There are two lookout stations, port and starboard. Each station has two positions. The one aft is for the air lookout, and the forward one is for the sea lookout. On the starboard side, on the bulkhead behind the accessway, there are depth charge release controls. This open bridge concept is different from many other U.S. Navy ships. This is a British pattern, and it relates to the Destroyer Escort's pre-1942 British BDE heritage. In January 1944, U.S. Naval Institute Proceedings, a journal about naval warfare, published an article titled "The Case for the Open Bridge." It discusses the advantages of the open bridge, especially for anti-submarine and anti-air warfare. Its location corresponds to the flying bridge of a World War I 1,200-ton destroyer. But the height of this bridge from the waterline will give an officer accustomed to four-stacker bridges the impression of conning from a low-level flying bomber. The greatest advantage of this bridge in the present war is found in combating air attacks. It is the only type of bridge that enables a conning officer to have a complete view of the air, Without shifting his station in the slightest, he may observe aircraft coming from any point of the compass and at any position angle. The sky lookouts are stationed only 12 feet away. The ship may be conned rapidly and accurately, yet the twisting and turning will not require the conning officer to move from his control position, nor impair his arc of vision. That's our video tour of the USS SLATER flying bridge. The videos included here are rare World War II color footage, courtesy of the crew of the USS Thornhill DE-195. The entire raw footage is included on our YouTube channel. Perhaps you have a topic of interest. Let us know in the comments section. And be sure to like and subscribe to encourage us to do more and to stay in the information loop. Thanks for watching.